Hello and welcome to the WordPress SEO Maximiser Module 1. Today we're going to quickly and easily search engine optimize WordPress powered websites and blogs using one proven SEO plugin installed directly from WordPress.org. It's a plugin called WordPress SEO by Yoast, and it guides you to getting the best results from your SEO. Before you can start, here's what you'll need from your project manager. You'll need admin login details for the WordPress websites you're applying this plugin to. You'll need the focus keywords for each post and page of each website. And you'll also need a 156 character or less meta description for each page and post that requires optimizing. The description must also contain the focus keyword near the start for the best possible results. What I'd like you to do after watching this video is, number one, install SEO by Yoast and configure it where shown on all the websites and blogs you've been given access to. Number two, complete the checklist below this video. And finally, number three, record the time it takes to complete each checklist item in the space provided below. And any additional information you need is provided for you below this video. If you have any questions, be sure to contact your project manager as soon as possible. With that said, let's get started. Okay, what we're about to do is to increase a website's click-through rate in Google search results pages by simply improving its title and description. The fact is, search results page click-through rates do matter when it comes to ranking in Google, and SEO by Yoast will help us do this quickly and effectively. Here's why. If more people are clicking to your website from Google search results pages, it is an indication to Google that your site offers something of value to normal human being visitors, not just search engine robots. You see, Google has an expectation that each site in the top 10 results will get a certain CTR or click-through rate. If your site exceeds that expectation by getting higher than what Google expects, it means your site meets the needs of the visitors, and hence its position needs to be boosted further up the page. And this is where SEO by Yoast comes into its own. Okay, so let's log into WordPress and get this plugin installed. But first of all, I just want to show you an example of what I mean here. I'm sure you're familiar with this already, but what we're going to be doing is basically going through every page in the blog or the website, every page or post, and improving the website's title and description. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that now. So I've logged into WordPress and here's the dashboard. First thing I'm going to do, of course, is go to where it says plugins, then add new. And then I'm going to I've just already copied that and now I'm pasting it into the search box. This is the name of the plugin, of course. And so I'm just clicking search plugins, and of course what's going on now is it's just searched WordPress.org directly from within my website. So this is the plugin that we need, WordPress SEO by Yoast. And so what I'm going to do now is just click install now. Okay, and then activate plugin. Okay, so now we have it installed, and when you've done that you're going to see a pop-up that appears here, and we just need to click on do not allow tracking. So just to check to make sure that's there, hold on a second, it looks like it wants us to register here, so we don't really need to subscribe to the newsletter, so we can just close that down. So as you can see, the WordPress plugin Yoast is now installed, and so the first thing we need to do is just work our way through the settings on this. Of course, as soon as you've installed it, you're immediately directed to this page here, and really there's not very much to adjust in terms of the settings here, but I'm going to go through them quickly with you. So we don't need to allow this tracking. We can leave this set to checked. We have webmaster tools here. I mean, if you have that information you can always add it in there, but it's not absolutely necessary. Then we have titles and metas. Okay, so we don't really want to be touching any of this because this is all to do with, actually there's only one place we do need to have it checked, and that's here, use meta keywords tag, and that's the only setting on that we need to touch, and then just save settings. Okay, so then we have the home page here. I'm just going to show them to you. I'm not going to change anything on them because nothing really needs to be changed. This plugin out of the box is exactly what we need, with just a few minor adjustments here and there. So as you can see, there's not really much to it. in terms of what we need to do. Obviously there is a lot that's possible with this plugin. Okay, then we have XML sitemaps. We need to make sure that that's checked. It's very important for us. Okay, let's have a look. No, there's nothing else there we need to do. Permalinks. Okay, that's all okay. Okay, internal links. No, there's nothing to do there. RSS, and again, nothing to do there at all. We're just leaving this as the default because that makes it as quick and easy as possible to actually install it and configure it. Of course, you can go into more detail if you're instructed to. And if you are instructed to go into more detail within the plugin itself, those details will be directly below this video. Okay, so for now that's really all there is to it in terms of the actual settings themselves. Where we do make all the changes is actually going to be on the per post and per page basis. So let's first of all take a look at the post that we have here. So I'm just going to click on all posts. So let's list them here. So I'm going to take this very first one and just click on edit. Okay, so we can see all the details here, and now here's what we need. We have this section here called WordPress SEO by Yoast. If that doesn't appear for any reason, you should be able to get it appearing up here, WordPress SEO by Yoast. You can access it there, and if it's by any chance collapsed, make sure it's expanded. Okay, so now what we can see here is very interesting. We've got there's the title and there's the description. This is how you would see it in the search results pages within Google for all the pages that your site is listed on for any particular keyword phrases you may be optimized for. So in this case here we've got property for sale in Hampshire, and actually in this case this is the focus keyword, so I'm going to just drop it in there, and it's giving us some alternatives here which we don't really need for now, so that's how we have it. Okay, and then we have the SEO title. Now as you can see, within Google it actually cuts it off there because there is an actual limit on the number of characters you can have within the title itself. And so what I recommend you do, depending on what your title is here, you can actually take that, and we're going to only go for that first part of it here, and we're just going to cut off the rest. So it just keeps it all a lot cleaner and tidier. So now as you can see, it's updated it. We can see this is our description, and again it's been cut off because our description is actually too long. And so we can actually fine-tune that. Now below this video you should have been given instructions on what your meta descriptions are going to be exactly, and so what we're also looking to do as well is we see this is our focus keyword, property for sale in Hampshire. So what we want to be able to do as well is we want to get that keyword phrase as close to the front within the meta description as possible, because what happens is when this appears within the search results pages, though that keyword phrase, particularly for that keyword phrase will appear in bold. So what we're looking for is to have property for sale in Hampshire in bold, and again in the description. As you can see, we have it here already, but of course the description, the meta description you've been given by your project manager should have your focus keyword fairly near the front. If it's not, see if there's any way you can rewrite it, but that's entirely down between you and your project manager. He may not want you to do that, or she may not want you to do that. In many cases, just going to be a matter of copying and pasting what you've been given. So really that's all there is to it in that respect. We can also add in our meta keywords here. So I'm just going to go for the very first one, of course, which is property for sale in Hampshire. That's our meta keyword. So I'm just dropping it in there. And that's it. That's all we need to do. And we'll go through from one page to the next, from one post to the next, applying this exact same, doing exactly as I've been doing here. And you can see with a preview here, it's already made it stand out, it's made it much bolder and more clickable, as it were, to the visitors who are arriving at the search results pages within Google itself. Now of course you can dig in deeper here. We've got page analysis as advanced, and then you've got social as well. We don't need to dig into any of those. All we're looking at is just the general. We're getting the site title and the meta description done, and as I say, we're going through each page doing that. So let's go back to all posts again, and we can take a look at another page here. So I'm just going to go there, then edit. There's our post, and again we have our description here. Apartments in Hampshire, that's going to be the focus keyword. Of course, your focus keywords would have been given to you. Apartments in Hampshire, there we are. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to improve this title up here as well, just to bring it down, just to shorten it, because of course this is again going to help its search engine optimization as well. Because we're shortening, we're just getting rid of any of the junk off of the end of it, so we're making it much more focused and much more tidier as well within those search engine results pages. Okay, so that's the title, and I'm going to take the description. Of course you would have been given that description. Okay, so I'm going to take that and just drop it in, and we can see now it's highlighted. We've already got the focus keyword in nice and near the front there of the description, so that's good, we're all good there. And as we can see, we've really tidied it up quite a bit, and we can see that we've met the criteria as well. And we can drop in our focus keyword into the meta description, sorry, meta keywords here. Okay, and then of course we can update the page. Okay, so let's go back and let's go and take a look at pages now. We've just dealt with posts. You may only be working on posts, or you may only be working on pages, or both. Okay, so let's take a look at all pages. Okay, so this is going to be the first one we'll take a look at. And so really the same principles apply here. We've got apartments for sale in Hampshire, that's our focus keyword, and as I said before, you would have been given this already. So apartments for sale in Hampshire, that's our focus keyword. And we have the SEO title. What I'm going to do again is just tidy that up, bring that down here like so. And then what I'm going to do is exactly the same with the description. You would have been given these descriptions in all likelihood. If you haven't, you'll need to check this with your project manager. So I'm just taking that as a description, bringing it down here like so. Okay, and we can see we already have the focus keyword appearing in here, nice and bold. And again, all these things, the boldness of the text within the title and the boldness of the text within the description all help make that web page stand out within the Google search results pages. So what I'm going to do again here is just drop in the meta keywords, and I think we're all set. So you can see that's really as simple and as straightforward as it is, but it's a very powerful thing to do, because just through those click-throughs it can and will push those web pages up within the search results pages. So we have apartments for Hampshire as a meta keyword in there, and then I update that. Okay, we're all set. That's as easy as it is. Obviously the next thing to do is to follow the instructions below this video, go through the checklist that you'll find there as well. As you complete each item on the checklist, add the time to it, and your project manager will be notified exactly what's going on and when and how long things are taking. Obviously below this video you're going to find the instructions and any additional details that you're going to need. There may be PDFs, there may be Excel spreadsheets to download, but again your project manager will let you know about all of those type of things in the description below this video. Okay, so there you have it. Thanks very much.